All right, so you've decided that you want to tackle some video editing. And the thing that I recommend with this is, again, to go to Amazon.com and pick up 2020 Adobe Premiere Elements and Photoshop Elements. It's normally $149, it's $99.99 right now. And I'm going to go on to Amazon and show you exactly how to download that, get that, put the codes in, register it so that you can get that downloaded, get it on your computer. And then I'm going to show you in this video how to use Premiere, which is the video editing software. In another video, I'm going to show you how to use Photoshop and an app on your phone called Typorama to create good thumbnails for people. Because if you're going to use YouTube, which is the way I think you should go, then you're going to want to have a decent thumbnail. You're not just going to want to grab a random screenshot of you at your worst moment in that video to throw up on the screen for everybody to see. And in the middle of that, with the Premiere, with the Photoshop Elements one, I'm also going to show you how to put your video on YouTube and put the thumbnail in, add description, add tags, get the link that you can share for your video so that you will be ready to roll with edited videos, a decent thumbnail, posted to YouTube as a premiere with a time set so that people know when to look at it on Sunday morning. And that should get you started. Again, let me know what questions you have. Text me, email me. It's 334-750-9919. My email address is matthewdabbs, MATTHEWDABBS, @hotmail.com. So next, let me show you how to purchase and download Premiere Elements, Photoshop Elements, and then get those on your computer and get them registered and then begin editing. Again, the next video will be on Typorama and Photoshop on how to create and upload a thumbnail for your YouTube videos. So here we go. I'm going to turn over to my PC, share my screen with you so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, you're going to want to go to Amazon. And when you go to Amazon, you are going to want to look up Adobe Photoshop Elements 2020. And you're going to want to, so you can buy just that for $74 for Photoshop or Premiere. You want to buy them both for $99, and you want to buy it on a PC code. Don't do a disc because they're going to have to ship it to you. This is going to give you a digital download. You're going to add it to your cart, check out like you normally would. PC or Mac. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to want to go to your digital content, digital games and software. And so here's the Adobe Photoshop Elements and Premiere Elements. It's going to give you a redemption code right here that I'm going to black out. You're going to click on how to redeem this item. It gives you a URL. You're going to put this in your web browser. And you're going to use that redemption code in there to get your serial number. It's going to give you an Apple, you're going to have to sign in with Adobe. If you don't have that, you can sign up for it. You enter in your redemption code, which is again on this screen in Amazon. And that's going to give you two different serial numbers, one for Photoshop, one for Premiere. You're going to need to write both of those things down. Okay, don't forget to do that. And then you're going to install the software, enter in your two registration codes, not your redemption code. Don't get confused on that. I won't accept it. The redemption code is only to get your registration done. Once you register it, it's going to give you codes to download. And you're going to work through the download, and the next thing that you're going to do is it's going to pop up on your screen like this right here. And I don't really like them on my desktop like that. I like just to pin them down here as I've already done. Okay, so you're going to click on it. It's going to pop this up. You're going to go, this is Photoshop, this is Premiere. You're going to go to Premiere. Now we're going to do some video editing. I'm just going to give you the very basics of how to add the content, how to just do some really basic edits. So this is your timeline. Video 1 is the main one you're going to work on, video 1 and audio 1. You're going to add media. You're going to go to files and folders. You are going to find a video, like here's our Easter Sunday. It's going to be up here. This is where all the different assets I can use in this project are. I'm going to click it and drop it right here on video 1, audio 1. And you're going to see that this is the video line, this is the audio line. On the video line, this line goes up and down. This line is opacity. So if I pull it down, the image is going to go away. As I just gradually bring it up, it's going to get more and more full until it gets up to 100. If you ever want to change something and make it more transparent, that's your line. You can also use this to up and down the volume. So you see how there's no volume right here? That's because our logo is on the screen. This is your zoom. See, right now I'm almost completely zoomed out. And you can see something different happened here. That's the sermon, different kind of audio than here. That's another clip, another clip. We had different families talking about what resurrection means to them. So we're going to want to really zoom in here to get a little bit closer in on what we're doing. And let's say I want to take the logo out. Okay. So I would get right there where that stops. I would cut it, click that, delete it, and now the logo is gone. Let's say I want to add, I'm going to go to the sermon here. Let's go somewhere in here. Let's say I want to add an image, like our logo. Any image that you want. You're going to take it and find
1 Corinthians 15.
Oh, 1 Corinthians 15. We'll work with that in just a second. So let's grab this and just put it right there. Okay, that's how you drop an image on. Obviously, it's too big. If you click here, you're selecting the video. If you click here, you're selecting the image. So now you click the image and you can make it smaller. So let's say you're doing a PowerPoint and you wanted to put the images on the screen. You know, in PowerPoint, when you save a PowerPoint, you can go to Save As, and you can say JPEG, and it will say just this slide or all slides. You would say all slides, it would save them as all the JPEGs. You go to your Add Media, go to the JPEG folder and select all of them, and it would drop them all in picture, picture, slide, 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 and these little squares, and then this scrolls down when you get a bunch. So you can move this around, manipulate it, move it around all you want. I don't really want that right there, but I just mentioned 1 Corinthians 15. So let's say I wanted to put a scripture on the screen. I would add a black screen. It's always going to put it at the end for me. Well, I kind of lost my place there, didn't I? But that's okay. Let's see. See, this is my timeline. I'm trying to kind of get it back a little further in the sermon.
In the body, because we just think we're going to be.
Okay, so let's put a black screen right here. And now let's give it some text also. So I'm going to go up to text, default text. It's going to add it in right there too. And let's say I want to put in there 1 Corinthians 14, 3 and 4. Okay, I'm in Bible Gateway. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to put it in right here. Control A highlights all, Control V pastes. This little arrow here lets me click and move. Let's take that little footnote out. Hit enter, click, hit enter. 3 through 4. And let me put a quotation mark up here. Let me Control A, highlight all. I want to center it. I want to center it on the screen. So this centers vertical, this centers horizontal. Let's say I want the font bigger. I could go to 100 or whatever I want here. That's going to make it go off the screen, but you get the idea. So what that's going to do is, see how there's still audio under this? That means I'm still going to be talking while this is on the screen. So like this.
Of the grave again. And again, that is God's.
So let's say I don't want to be talking while that's happening, but I want people just to stop and read. Right there. See, those aren't lined up. That's why it's kind of a mess. Okay, so I'm going to cut this video and I'm going to move it right here. And see, now there's no audio underneath it.
And that is God.
If I want this on there longer or shorter, I can move it. That's 2 seconds shorter, 2 seconds shorter, or I can make it super long. I could just take it all the way to the end of the video if I want. I can take words and let's say I don't like that cut that I just did. Whoops. Don't ever drag it all the way on top like that. I can rejoin them by clicking and hold down Shift and click them both. And I can group them together. Now see, they kind of move together. If I don't have them grouped together, they move independently. So like if I see, they move independently, not grouped. Okay, so let's say that I just cut out a chunk. Anytime you hold down Shift, you can select multiple things and move them together. So I can click, Shift, click, and I can move these in tandem, right? So let's say I wanted to take out a piece of this sermon from here, from this cut to this cut, and I delete it. And let's just get these out of the way. And it's kind of abrupt. Let's say I just kind of guessed at that.
And again, that you don't need to think it's
See the abruptness there? I'm going to go to this little guy here. It's my transitions. I like dip to black, but there are a lot of good ones in there. I'm going to drop it right on that transition. And normally I'd be a lot more careful with where I cut. But
and again, that you don't need to think it's our.
So that helps you transition. So we've gone through adding a black video. We've gone through adding text. Now, whatever's on top goes over it. So let me just show you something. So right now, text is over black, which means this goes on top of this.
Will rise when the great.
If I switch them, you won't see the text because the black video will be on top. And that puts it over the text.
Take his own, that
See that? So that gives you a few of the basics on cutting. You know, you can add your resources right here. Go to your files, find them, pictures, videos, audio. You can add audio over this one. So like, let's say that there was a spot that I just wanted to be quiet, or let's say I coughed,
world that we live in.
or let's say this is a cough, or like a of your lips smacking right here, and I want to cut. I want the audio to go away. I can cut and cut on that little spike, and pull it down to nothing like that. And now you're not going to hear anything right there.
God wanted.
All right, so this is your volume level. And again, you can cut and change it inside like that. This is your opacity. So you could fade yourself in or out or whatever you want to do. You can add audio in over this. And so if there was a little song you wanted to play or something very gently, you could add a song in here and use the drop down. And you could change the volume level to pull it down a little bit inside of here, so it doesn't overwhelm what you're saying. So these are some of the basics. Again, you've learned how to add text. You have learned how to add a black video, black matte. You have learned how to zoom in and out. You've learned how to cut. You can delete a whole piece like that, pull them back together. You can separate them. If you separate them, it'll just be black. There's nothing going on right there. You put them back together. You can link them. Click one, shift, click the other, right click. You can group them. You can make things speed up or speed down by going to clip and time stretch. You can make things speed up or slow down with that if you want to go like super slow motion or something. There's a lot you can do here, a lot more than what we'll get to show you. Let's say you just want to add a subscribe button. You would go to your add media. You would go to find your image. And let's say I wanted to add a little finger that would point to it. So I'm going to add both of those. They're both checked. And let's say I want to put it right here. I'm going to add my subscribe button. It's huge. Okay, see how this is light color? This is not. That's what I'm selected. So I've got to select that, click it, make it small. And let's stick it right there. And let's say I want the hand to also point and say, hey, click right here to subscribe. Oops. Just only want the hand. If I got multiple selected, they'll both add again. Just the hand. Let's put it right there. Too big, click it. Make it smaller, pull it over here, put it on there. And we're going to go to our effects right here. We're going to go to motion. We're going to first select the subscribe button. And I want it to pop in from the bottom. So that's going to make me use like a time feature here to make it change over time. So I'm going to click that. I'm on the first frame of it right here. I'm going to click this guy to start it. And that gives me some little anchor points. And so right now it's at 925 vertical. So like this is like 1,000, 900, 800, 700, 600, 500, whatever. So down here would be like 1,200. So I don't want to see it at first. So my subscribe button's gone. It's down here. So time goes by. I'm hitting the right arrow button on my laptop. Time's going by. I want it to be visible. So now let's make that one 900. And now you're going to see what's going to happen between them. So it went from 1,200 to 900, but I'm not done. I want more timestamps. I want another 900, and that lets it just sit there for a second. And then I want another 1,200. Now it's gone again. Now notice I haven't played with the hand yet.
God wanted the world to be this way. He would leave it like
Okay, so now we got to play with the hand. The hand is in the position I want it to be in when the subscribe button is there. So it's at about 1,000. And I don't want to start at 1,000 though. I want to start at 1,300. That way it's down below and it's going to come up just like the other one did. So when that stops, I want the hand to hit it, 1,000. And then I want the hand to sit there for just a second at 1,000 and then to go back to 1,300. All right, so let's watch this.
God wanted the world to be this.
Well, that's not quite how I want it.
The world.
I don't want them going up at the same time. So what I want to do is I want to extend this a bit. Okay. And now I want to take the hand. I want to extend this a bit. Let's try that.
God wanted the world to be this.
Yeah, there's too much overlap. What I need to do is move this guy over. That's my problem. That way, that lets the subscribe button go up sooner than the hand.
God wanted the world to be this way. He would leave it like this.
Like that.
God did
Okay.
start.
So this just gives you some basic ideas. You could change the opacity. Let me just show you how to change the opacity. Like, let's say I want this not only to go up, but also to fade in. I would hit this drop down on the subscribe button, and these are little handles you can give it. So I've got to select it and go handle, 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 handle. And now I'm going to drag this one all the way down. I'm going to drag this one. This one's not going to matter as much because it ends before that. So it's going to not only rise, but it's going to fade in and then fade out. So that's your opacity. That changes the transparency of your image. So all that to say, I hope this helps you. It gives you some basic general guidelines. The last thing is just export and share. And if you, let's just say you wanted to pull your sermon audio. You had your video in there, but you want to pull your sermon audio. You would just go up to audio, WAV or MP3, go to high quality, name it, pick your folder and save it. Let's say you want to save the video and the audio all together. You are going to want to do a 1080. I normally go high quality, but that's the middle is fine. You're going to name it, pick your folder, and you're going to save it. And then it's going to start exporting. And there you go. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to upload it to YouTube. I'm going to show you that in the next video on how to use Photoshop elements and the app called Typorama to get a good thumbnail for your YouTube channel. And on that video, I'm going to show you how to upload to YouTube. So thanks for watching, listening. Let me know what questions you have in the comments, and we will catch you next time. Please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and God bless.